Okay, we're live. Wow, that background's a little dark, eh? Damn. Okay, let me get some info here. So what I will say so far, my mic's on, right? You can all hear me. Let me just double check. Ba 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 ba. Oh yeah, you guys can hear me. I don't even have any headphones on, so trying to find RAM to finish the PC before the stream. Yeah, no kidding. RAM has been an issue. That is for sure. Um, right now, you can see I've got a top-down shot. This is my main down shot, so you can see what I'm doing in the PC. Hopefully, everyone can hear me. I've got a shotgun mic pointed in my general direction. Um, I'll go through what I decided to go with. By the way, actually, let's just have a seat, drink a little bit of coffee, and say hi to everybody. Why don't we do that first? You also get the super wide view of the studio here. You get to see all the crap that's in the way. Sound good. Awesome. Okay, so let's go through some of this. So I'm going to try to do a chat while we're building. A lot of this can't happen while I'm seated, though, which is why I've kind of got this set up the way I do. But I'm going to be kind of seated and standing at times here. Otherwise, yeah, this is not going to be the normal stream. I'm going to try to get to people's comments. I apologize if I miss your comment. I know this isn't normal. We usually get to them all, or at least most of them. But if you can, just maybe tag me in it, whatever. The other way is I promise I will get to all super chats. It's not saying you have to give me a super chat by any means, but I can promise I will get to all super chats if any of them come through. Other than that, this could be a long stream. I'm not exactly sure how long this is going to be. Last time I built a computer was a couple hours, so buckle in and grab a drink. See how it goes. What if I watch both? Blur, how's it going? Yeah, I was a little bit of bait there with the don't watch Linus. Uh, hopefully they don't find out. They would crush me. Gonna get bad. Gonna need to remortgage to buy half the parts soon. All bros are jacking prices this time. I This little kit right here was 500 Canadian dollars, and this is 32 gigs. It's the 6,000 megahertz CL36. Holy crap! I hope this is good shit. And I'm gonna wait till it goes down a bit more, and I'm gonna expand. Probably get some. Uh, Probably 64 gig, probably not T-Force, but I'm also utilizing this build as kind of a backdrop on my PC desk because I want to have multiple backgrounds for shooting videos at and having a nice PC, which is going to include RGB later on down the road. Not yet, it will happen, but yeah, so it's expensive. Greetings from the UK. We got everyone from the UK. Cologne, Steve, how's it going, brother? Also, greetings from the UK. Yeah, man, I'm big in the UK apparently. Trying to find RAM. Yeah, yeah, no kidding. We can hear you. Spying on you from down under. Hey, Dylan, how's it going, buddy? Dylan, you would approve of the setup I've got going on here, buddy. So, sound good. Thanks, man. And I see that your selection of hardware changed drastically. I'm hyped to see what you ended up getting, but this GPU looks like a downgrade. Yes, so I was going to go with the 5070 Ti. I ended up going with a 5070 because that allowed me to do what I wanted to do with this build rather than I don't want to cheap out on a motherboard and I didn't want to cheap out on the CPU. So the cheaping out, kind of cheaping out. I mean, T-Force isn't bad RAM by no means, but it was the cheapest RAM they had on sale at $500. But 5070, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I'm also upgrading from a 3060, so it's going to be a massive upgrade. So thank you to Jerker. He did help me pick out my power supply. We'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, it's not that much of a downgrade. 32 gigs for $500 is insane. Thanks, AI Frenzy. Right? Right? I bought a load of SSDs a few weeks back, and holy crap, they should have come with a lube. Whoa. What do you buy the SSDs for? I understand what you mean, but that can go both ways. Yeah, so let me take you through what my setup is right now. If I move over to this, yeah, so you can see, get my nameplate out of there. Actually, I'm going to remove that nameplate regardless here. Is it under media assets? It's somewhere in here. Get off my screen. Banners? Nope. Style? Show display names. There you go. Okay. Back to the comments. So this is my setup for the stream. I've got the Rodecaster Video S. I have a few cameras set up for that. This one's my top down. This is a GoPro. This is going to be able to help you watch me do my thing. And then for number 3, oh, I got to turn it on, don't I? Okay, let's turn. There we go. Just so nobody's seeing all my weird shit on my phone, you know. I've got my phone. So let me turn on the camera for this. Road capture. There we go. And we'll go to 3. There you go. That's the cell phone. So you can see everything. I've got, oh, that's upside down too. Is it? No, it's not upside. Yeah, it's upside down. All right, there we go. There's everything happening here. There's a lot. This is going to help me. Sorry, that's probably sickening. I won't do that to you again. But that's going to help me kind of show off anything that's going to be happening where I can't get the cameras close enough for it. I got a couple scenes set up for this. I've got this one where I'm going to be standing for most of this. I also have this, which is a little bit of a punch-in. What's this one? Oh, I didn't even set this one. This must be an older one. But yeah, so this is so if you want to punch in a little bit for this one. I might move this just a little bit forward. Yeah. But we'll keep those set up, and if I have to change in the middle, I will. This camera I'm talking into may die at some point. I have a battery charging, just waiting to be put in. But if it does die, I'm not too worried. This is going to be a lot of the main shot, but if you guys want to let me know, we will be taking regular breaks to chat and do all that fun stuff. Otherwise, yeah, we'll get into it. Let's just get a few more comments, and then I'm going to get into it. Where am I? There we go. I build too many PCs for my lab. Minis Forum MSO1 with 128 gigabytes of DDR5, and the other with 96. The 128 cost 338 pounds. Bite me. Then 10 days later, it was close to 700, hence going for 96 gigabytes in the other. No kidding. I can't even imagine what it's going to cost now. 10 days later, it was close to 700 pounds. I don't even want to know. It's brutal. When I sent you a 32 gigabit kit, it was a 350 Canadian, but it sold out before they even had the chance to reply. It's crazy. Yeah, RAM was anything that was anywhere near to being cheap, quote unquote cheap, it didn't survive. Not even close. SSDs for the NPC RAID system. No RAID system in my. I do have SSDs, but I'm not doing them in RAID. I just literally am going to be using them to put games on and shit like that. So this PC is, I do all of my editing and all my stuff off my Mac. I'm not too concerned about anything major with this. This is meant to game with. This is meant to have fun with. The odd time it's going to be a workhorse, but for the most part, I didn't really even need to do anything with my PC, but there's some games I want to play, which kind of came up. So, sup, Action Popcast, how's it going? Can I assume, Liberty Dude, how's it going, brother? Besides having a background prop, building a PC is to game, wasting precious time you could be used live streaming about audio. Yeah, I know. I'm finding myself more and more, I guess a lot of people don't see behind the scenes, but I've been really hammering down on the my brain just went. On the podcasting course I'm doing up. It's massive. It's got a ton of content in it. Let's point this down for a few seconds. And it's been, I've been working literally 16-hour days. I need time to decompress. And a lot of the stuff I've been doing in the background for a few reasons to really kind of expand this channel and what it's doing has been difficult. It's been tough. And I have recognized that I do need downtime. And as much as I love it, doing Civ 6 every once in a while on my Mac just ain't cutting it. So I do need a little bit of gaming time. Jerker, do not worry. T-Force Vulcan is a pretty good kit if you do not mean to overclock. No, I'm not going to. Apparently, yeah, the overclocking isn't all that great on DDR, on AM5 anyways. I was going to build a PC this year. Then I was going to go Mac. Then my wife decided we're moving to a current laptop. We have to do another year or two. Yeah, dude, it's so expensive. Right now, Macs are actually better priced. M4 Mac Mini is cheaper than any laptop you can get. It's wild. Hit the like button. Yes, please. Like, subscribe, do all the things. And don't go watch Linus. I'm not into gaming, getting more into Linux though, and using it for archiving photos, video, etc. Yeah, I'm not massive into gaming. I feel like I need an outlet. I enjoy playing certain games. I'm a big RPG guy. I also have a friend. For the first time in a while, I actually have a buddy to game with. Aaron from Generation Y, the podcast that I edit for. Him and I have been talking. He's like, yeah, you want to play games? Because we're both old, right? And so it's hard to find people to game with when you're old. So yeah, looks like we're going to be doing a little bit of that stuff. And Liberty Dude Jerker has asked me to help make this stream a bit more edgy, or have you make it. Let's see. I'm sure there's going to be a little bit more edge to this. Liberty Dude and Jerker, do you guys know each other? Or let me know. So let's go through what we have here. Just going to go to the top down. Of course, you saw the 5070. This is the GeForce Asus Prime GeForce RTX 5070. Ta-da! You saw the Vulcan. We've got the ROG Strix B650A gaming Wi-Fi. This is the whiteboard. Because I do plan on making this a little more flashy. Some Arctic MX4 thermal. And we've got the Ryzen 7 3800X3D, which is basically the best gaming chip on the market outside of the 9800X3D. But the uplift between 7800X3D and the 9800X3D is like 12%, I think. And on top of that, the price difference is like $300. So 7800X3D. Yeah. And that's basically it. I've got the power supply here. We'll get into the case in a bit, but if any of y'all ever built a computer before, it all starts with the motherboard, and it all starts with the CPU going into the motherboard. So let's get this started. Actually, let's guys, don't complain to each other. There we go. It's a nice one. There we go. Look at that. Not a gamer at all, so Mac Mini is very appealing. Yeah, those M4 Mac Minis are wicked. Actually, yeah, let's go to this view. There you go. You can see the bottom of my head. One thing about RAM adding insult to injury, Micron, one of the biggest memory module maker in the world, now owner of Crucial, has decided to exit the consumer market. I heard about that, and that is stupid. That's all I got to say about that. Hope none of the parts are DOA dead on arrival. That would suck. I like it, UK. Thanks, man. Thanks. Jerker, yeah, Crucial Micro had the resources like Samsung to wrap up production to avoid half this. Yeah, I mean, they're going after the money. That's the big thing, right? So, let's do the motherboard reveal. Oh, yeah. We got some stuff in here. Get that stuff out before we go and close this off. All the crap out. Out. Out, damn crap. Out, I say. Who comes here for Shakespeare? Come on. I don't need any of that. Okay. So, ROG Strix. Oh, shoot. Before I do any of that, before I go tromping around, let's actually cover off the Pure Power 13M 1000 watt. So let me move this forward here. This was recommended. I'm looking into the camera as if people are going to see me. So this was recommended by Jerker. This is the one I just hit purchase on it. The Be Quiet 1000 watt. This is going to future-proof me quite a bit later on down the road. But one of the things, if you're ever going to build your own PC, it's not the biggest thing in the world, despite them telling you it's the biggest thing in the world, is static electricity. And needing to discharge static electricity is actually relatively important before you start. Now, there's only a couple things that'll really build it up on you in this process. One of them is removing your case from its box. You can actually get a decent charge setup removing the case from the box. So one of the things you can do, you can set up a power supply. You can actually get a wrist strap to connect to the power supply, and basically it keeps you grounded. Or you can just touch the power supply every once in a while, which is what I'm going to be doing. And I know there's probably going to be some purists in the crowd that are like, what are you doing? No. Jerk would like to know, hairless arms intentional or low resolution camera? I am, okay, so let's just make sure we're not missing too much. I'm actually a relatively hairless person, and I don't know why. I mean, aesthetically speaking, it's quite nice. But yeah, I've never been a hairy guy, ever. And I do have hair, it's just incredibly blonde. I'm one of them Nordic, well, with one of them people with Nordic blood in me. So yeah, uh, in case you're wondering. Now I got to plug this in, which the plug's over here. I'll be right back. Holy crap, that's far away too. 1 second. Your call is important to us. Please stay on the line. Okay. Do you have to turn it on? Yeah, whatever. It's turned on. There we go. There. But yeah. Ask me about the other hair on my body. Go ahead. I have a camera. Do not throw away that plastic cover that is covering your CPU socket. Manufacturers require you to ship the board with it in case of a warranty claim. Absolutely. Don't worry. I usually keep that stuff for a little bit. I've seen 1200 PSU that apparently won't kick in audibly until it's over 400 watts of use. Nice. I'd love that. A while back, I got hooked to Toasty Brothers building PCs and testing them. Something about watching PC builds is very satisfying. Maybe I'm weird. Actually, I'm weird. Nah, man, it's awesome. I'm like a gorilla. Hairless. Okay, the hair. I was like, where did that comment come from? Hairless until 38. Now I'm finding hairs in place I had before. I got ear hair. I've got no back hair. I've very little chest hair. I don't know why. Just always been that way. For those asking why the PP13M was cheaper than the 850 version, I recommended multiple units that checked all my personal boxes, good protections, low inrush current. And I appreciate all the help you put in. And I didn't pick the Pure Power 13 because it was the quietest of them all. Yeah. The case I'm using a Fractal Design North. It's a new case. They're not quiet cases. And I'm expecting, again, this isn't being used for studio use, or not a lot of studio use. So it's not a big deal, but I did want to keep it as quiet as possible. Okay. So let's go back. There we go. So I'll bring this back, discharge myself a little bit on there. There I go. Yeah, here's my head. Yeah, we'll get a little closer there. Okay. So, new layout for the 7th gen, the DDR5, what did they call this gen? The generation? Anyways, the Ryzen 7800 went to a different CPU style on the board, all that fun stuff. So I've never actually put one of these in. I was always with my last one was a 5700, and I had the 3700X before that. So this is going to be a little different. But I think I haven't even done this Intel CPU in years, because when I built my first Ryzen, it was 2017. So, oh, there we go. Does this seriously come with a cooler? No, it doesn't come with a cooler. I didn't think so. I got my own cooler, DH15 Noctua, so we're not worried about airflow. It will be fine. I was a little worried about the clearance on the case. I didn't even look at the clearance on the North and the Noctua DH15. But we'll find out. Where to put stuff. So, let's get this started. Oh, now I know you can't really see that. And man, I got to get a better top-down camera. I'm just saying that top-down camera does seem to be lacking. But This is a thing of beauty, man. This is absolutely a thing of beauty. I'm going to open up the CPU, nice and all ginger-like. And do not drop the CPU. Bigger deal when it was the earlier versions of the Ryzen, because the pins on them could break. So one of the things when you're putting a CPU in, I don't know why I'm actually teaching people how to build a computer, but yeah, you're looking for a few things. One, there's a little gold triangle, and the triangle will also be on the board. But there's also little notches in these ones, which I actually find very handy now, which is kind of cool. And yeah, I think we're fine. So we're just going to put that down. Nobody jinx me. Give it a little rub. All right. Now we're going in, guys. I see I'm getting behind on comments. That's in for good. Okay, yeah. Man, it's a lot of pressure on this. Ugh. Holy crap, that takes quite a bit of force to put that down. Dang! All right, CPU is in. We are winning. Take a drink of coffee. Drinking coffee over the open board. Anybody else a little freaked out? Okay, let's just clear a few. Holy crap. What about the other hair on your body? I got it where I need it. Okay, how's about that? Told you I'm weird. Well, you didn't ask for pictures, so I mean that's probably the best bonus. What CPU cooler are you using? Noctua. Yep. DH15. Unwrapping new toys. Talking about static. Didn't Bandrew blow one of his expensive interfaces a while back with static, or was it just a fever dream? I don't know. Carpet the silent killer. Right? Yeah, don't drop it. Thanks, I like it. It was his carpet. Ooh, carpet. That sucks. Don't mind my dogs. There's somebody at my front door. Just telling my child, can you check? I was going to do a splash screen just in case I needed to run to the washroom for something. It's just dogs being dogs, I think. Ring. Let's look at my Ring cameras. Live view. Oh, I have low battery on the front. Oh, for crying out loud. There's nobody at the front door. Everything okay, kid? What? Everything okay? All right, cool. All right, so yeah, I'm caught up. Let's go back. Now, when you're doing up these boards, there's a few things you want to be able to do before. We're not talking case yet. We're not even close to case. There's a bunch of things you kind of want to take care of first before anything else. One is the RAM, also all your SSDs. This has 3 spots for SSDs on it, and we're going to utilize... Go away. People don't need to see what's on my phone. 3 spots for SSDs on here, so we're going to be using all of those. Crap. There it is. So I'm going to... Let's do RAM first. Why not? Let's do the expensive thing first. My dogs are being fed, so you guys might hear a bit of a commotion upstairs. How's everybody doing on a Friday anyways? Like what's things like for you there? I know Dylan's still in Down Under in Oz. Oh, these are low profile too. Look, low profile. It's actually kind of nice. DDR5, folks. Now, I've never done DDR5. And why don't these want to open? There you are. Let's drop them. Let's drop it. There we go. I think Dylan's on his way back now, though, so he should be with us next Friday, possibly with stories to tell. Get out of there. Okay. DDR5. Now, with every other memory that I've ever used, usually you're populating the second and the fourth away from the CPU. But you have to read the manual, and I did not do that. And actually, I should go look at that right now, because if you put it in the wrong spot, I mean, you ain't going to kill anything, but it's also not the greatest thing in the world either. So Let's read a freaking manual, guys. Which, that's the one thing I didn't pull out of the bloody bowl. I don't need that. Make a mess of things. And this is why it takes 2 hours or so to do a bloody computer build. Right? Okay. Dim insulation is 2-6. Chapter 2. 6. Come on, where's the RAM? Oh, so CPU. Okay, come on. Cooler. Come on. Oh, there we go. It doesn't say which ones to put it in. It just says put it in. Bloody hell. Oh, I guess it's going in the second and the fourth. Fan pump headers, power connections. Yeah, this is basically just the rundown of the bloody board. Okay, 2 and 4. 2 and 4 it is. You line up the little notch. It's pretty easy to tell. Oh, wait, wrong one. I just said 2 and 4, didn't I? Then you drop her in. I'm on the wrong one, aren't I? There you go. Oh, it's tight. There we go. Like that. Do I have anybody messaging me to say which one needs to be done? Oh, Liberty Dude, cheers, brother. I really do appreciate the super chats. Jerker's curious, is your Viking background a descendant of the invasion force, or is the oppressed indigenous victims hoops to get message through? Hoops to get message. Oh, helps to get message through. I am actually English, Scottish, and I have some Norse. I don't have any indigenous in me. Fun fact, my kids are both indigenous because my ex was Métis. So, yeah. I don't know. Probably not, because anybody that's English there's some Viking background there too. So the notch is at dead center on DDR5, so be careful. Yeah. No, I know. It's usually the RAM's facing out. It's not quite dead center either, as you can see. Oh, it's right there. There it is. It's a little bit off dead center. That would suck. Just putting it lightly, that would just suck. Your RAM is faulty. Interesting, because the last time I did this, it's funny, the last DDR4, the RAM faced the other way, which that's what made me a little bit nervous here. When I was doing this, the RAM on the DDR4 kit had it facing the other way. Right on top, you can see where the notch is. Yay. Okay. RAM is in. It makes me uncomfortable pushing them that hard. So let's go and we'll do some of the SSDs. I do have a few SSDs picked out. These are all from my old system. I haven't gotten any new ones because I just have so bloody many already. It's not necessary. But also the prices on them. I did want a 4 terabyte, but it's just so expensive right now. There we go. Oh, is there a pad on this? Oh, there is. Excellent. So the way I do my SSDs is pretty simple. I usually put 500 gig as my main, because it's just like the Windows and like a few programs go on it. I don't tend to do a lot with them. This is a 500 gig 970 Evo Plus. It's not bad. That's a 1 terabyte. That's a 2 terabyte. That's whoa, the black. Okay, so we got two 500s. I think this was my skimmer before that I was using for doing video editing, which does like wreck the drive pretty quick. WD blue. Yeah, why not? Let's do that one. I'll put that in. Ooh, and I love this about the new boards now. They've got this little... That is so awesome. No more dealing with screws on the SSDs. I love that. Okay. Okay. Oh, are they captive? Oh, they're captive. Oh, that's beautiful. Remove the plastic without removing it. Oh, come on. It's not that hard. My dog's going to walk in behind me to try to check everything out and be a pain in the butt. Also, another source of static electricity, which... Pain in the butt. Where's the one screw? There's one screw. Where's the second one? Oh, it's right in there. Oh, I just put it right side up. My dogs also may fight, which is currently happening at the moment. Prep your windows. Yeah, I always have one kicking around. I'm actually very, very anal about having one of those kicking around because it's just a pain in the ass to set up. Have a look at Ubuntu Studio and Fedora Jam sometime. Different OSs come to cool audio software all for free. I don't have time to learn it. If I was in my 20s, I would totally be on Linux. I just don't have time to. The stuff I need to learn for doing all this crap literally takes the cake for everything I've got to learn. I wish I could, though. And have a license. Yeah, I got a license. They're all tied to the Microsoft account, so it's not a big deal. Who knew gaming would be an expensive hobby? Yeah. No kidding. How's it going, Jess? Well over 10 grand over the last 8 to 10 years. Holy crap. Damn. There it goes. Okay, first SSD is not going in. Not for crying out loud. Of course my dogs are fighting upstairs. Why wouldn't they be fighting upstairs? You know, I'm starting to dislike this SSD cover greatly. That doesn't look right. Okay. There, it's in. Why is that just not going in? There it goes. I'm going to be standing up at some point. I'm resisting the urge to put this camera down. But, okay, that's the first one. We got to do another 2 more. Ooh. Oh, yeah, and I also got the peels. Can't forget about the peels. And then get rid of all the static electricity. Maybe I shouldn't be doing the peels. Maybe. Okay, 2 terabytes going in here. So we can put all our games on it. Also got a nice thermal pad. Thank you. 2 terabytes. This is the WD Black. And again, oh man. That is just awesome being able to do that. I love that. I absolutely love that. Ooh. The dog shocks you while you're building. You need to change your name to Sparkplug. In my 20s, I wish I could afford a PC to learn Linux. I worked And I was a big gamer throughout my teens and 20s, so I worked to game. I literally worked to game. Now time for the ultimate judgment. What thermal paste application pattern will you use? See, I don't have it. I was going to bring down some saran wrap to smear it around. I do the P. Bob, get out of my shirts. I do just the small pea size, and then I just clamp it down. But I've heard that spreading it around can help with these new dye. So I don't know. Might be doing that. We'll see. We'll find out when we get to that point. I'm not there yet, by no means. Oh, did I nail that one first try? Oh my God, I think I did. Wow. Nailed first try. Now, these both are going off these lanes here, I believe. I have a feeling this SSD is going off the whatchamacallit, so it's not going to be as fast. That's okay. I mean, PCIe Gen 5? The SSDs aren't Gen 5, but the tunnel's bigger for the information to go down. That's what I know. All right, and this one's going, maybe that's the telltale sign here. Everything's going the other way. These are both 5, nope, that's a 1 terabyte. I am taking the 1 terabyte every day. So I'll put that one in. How's the view, by the way, guys? Is it like a decent view? I got the, there. That might be a little bit better for you guys. I know the resolution is just trash. Sorry. I apologize. I'm gonna work on getting a new top-down camera. The problem is cameras. If you think computers are expensive, holy hell! And I bet you any money with this uptick in RAM and all that, and the SoCs that cameras use, I bet you any money all that stuff is also going up in price. Like any money, I'll bet you. Because why wouldn't everything go up in price? Does make sense, does it not? Okay. All right. We have a put together board for the most part. This is basically just the cooler left. And that's what it looks like. That looks pretty good. So I got 3 SSDs in. I also have some other drives. I have some SATA SSDs that aren't M.2. But I'm going to worry about those later. First thing I have to do is take the mounting hardware off, because we're not using that. The nice thing I will say about the new generation of boards is AMD didn't change stuff out. So I guess, would it be AMD that didn't change it out? I'd imagine so. So all the mounting hardware is the same. So my DH15 can just go in and be used instead of having to go get another bracket, which I was not looking forward to. I was planning on just buying another cooler until I found out that they're all the same. And I wasn't looking forward to buying a cooler because there's a lot of money being spent everywhere else, right? So, there we go. Now the mounting hardware for is over here. Okay. One, two. Nice. Jerk, that's awesome. Real cool. Ernesto, how's it going, buddy? I always load Linux on my old PCs before I trash them, that is. They make great servers and run for years without needing a reboot. Yeah, I've considered that with my old PC. I put it up for sale on Facebook Marketplace. Just like all the drives came out, and one fan. I took one of the Fractal Design fans because all I have are two front fans on the new one. So, but yeah, I thought about it, but it's just more sound, more. I guess I could put it upstairs and use it as a video server or something like that. But eh, real cool. Here, buddy. Right, that's one. Let's put the other one down. It's quiet out there tonight. It's quiet in the room. Break my nail. Yeah. Yeah. No, I did not break my nail. Oh, would have been horrible. Still sitting at 12 people in here, eh? I'm wondering how the retention is going to be throughout this live stream and how people are going to be able to, like, whether or not people are going to stick around. Like, I know this is a long ass process, and I know this is something that might not be everybody's cup of tea. And again, I'm still willing to read comments, answer questions, all that fun stuff. It's just one of those, like, this is kind of a process is the best way to put it. It's such a process to put this stuff together, and it can be hard to constantly be looking over. Yeah, here it is. All right. So we're going to thermal paste now. What? So I'm going to ask Jerker, how do you apply your thermal paste? What's your go-to for doing it? I've always been a little bit. I put ample amounts, and that's a great thing about thermal paste is it doesn't. Oh, come on, open. It doesn't wreck it, so you can basically bathe your board in thermal paste. And oh, they have a spreader. Oh, I forgot about the spreader. Hey, yay. Okay. We know what we're doing now. Jerker, I should just do a cross pattern and spread it out. Yeah, I do the spreading. Just because I've heard these dies take better to having it spread out. So let's spread. Okay, there we go. You say I'm doing a cross. Do it a little bit more. Just cause, you know? Anybody triggered in the comments? X pattern, but it depends on how thick the compound is. It's not too bad, actually. I've never, like in all my other builds prior to this, I've never done the spread. I've always just like plomped it on. But I have noticed the past couple times that the cooling hasn't been as good on my last couple, the 3700X and my 5700X. The cooling wasn't up to par very well. Also, the spreader's kind of ass. I'm just saying. You also want to leave a little bit in the middle, but this is like, it's sticking to the spreader more than it is to this. Crying out loud. Just get a little bit more. My guy, that's a star. Yeah. It's a sideways X. It's an X on an angle. Come on. Think, man. It's like painting a CPU. Bob Ross moment. CPU Bob Ross. I trigger anybody if I just let it droop over the edge. Is anybody grossed out by that? So I pretty much have the die covered, obviously. And there is ample amount on here. Get over there. Ugh. Yeah, I do. Okay. I was going to say, do I have my alcohol swabs here? Yes, I do. The one thing about this stuff, whenever you're using this compound, it goes everywhere. Like if you have a little spreader like this, sorry, I'm holding it up to the camera, and you put this down somewhere, this stuff will be on everything in the room by the end of the night. Everything in the room. This stuff just goes everywhere. It's if you get it on your fingers, get it off immediately. It's not going to hurt you per se. It's just kind of a pain in the butt because it goes everywhere. More paste, like we need more cowbell. You need more paste? Thermal pads. Yeah, I like the pads as well. Those are Nesto. I prefer using thermal pads. Oh, that was Jump Palo 2525. How's it going, brother? More paste. Like, do we need more cowbell? If you turn the plus symbol upside down, does that make it anti-math? Yes. It's evil. It's the evil math. I prefer spread. Did I put enough on? Are you guys satisfied with the amount that I've put on here? Let's give you a little bit of a closer look. Here. Just, yeah. I think that's pretty good. I think we're good with that. So this is the DH15, as I was talking about. It's my favorite cooler. So far, it's been my favorite cooler. I can't say it's actually my favorite of all time. I've never used an AIO. And AIOs kind of scare me. Why can't I see where that one is? Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all sitting there, nobody says a thing. I'm just putting these things on backwards. Everyone's like, no, that's fine. Now, see, this is why it takes so long. I've switched to the Thermal Grizzly. No messages works. No, not cheap though. Yeah, I've always gone the Arctic MX4. It's always been the go-to. Goodness gracious. Sitting here this whole time, screwing all this stuff in. That's a good one. What's this? I knew it. I should take the hunch and ask the amounts for the right way, but I thought you already knew the cooler, so you'd know. It's been like I took it out of my old build, but I was kind of rushed because I was trying to get everything done before the... And as soon as I picked them back up, I'm like, I'm pretty sure these go to the outside. And I was thinking somebody would correct me in the comments. Y'all. It's all good. It's all good. Just make the live stream a little bit longer. That's what we're here for. The long ass live stream, right? Thermal Grizzly for me as well. I used them on an older build when I was doing it for my wife. Haven't built a desktop since 2006. Last one had a passive cooler. Passive coolers still exist. I don't know if I would test that. Are you sure it's backwards or did you just forget to flip the camera image? Yeah, no, I should check that too. Thanks, Liberty Dude. Appreciate the support, man. I was going to talk about, so I took a long time off building computers. I used to build computers back in the 90s. I had a bunch of friends I had a buddy who worked at one of the computer stores in Thunder Bay where I grew up. And we always used to do LAN parties, and he got me into building. And back then it was not easy. This is like doing Legos now. Building computers nowadays is ridiculously simple in comparison to what it used to be like. But back in 2017, right when I was thinking about launching this channel, I decided I was going to go all in. And that's when I started watching Linus Tech Tips on YouTube. And I was like, oh, wow, crap, it's really easy to build a computer. But I wanted to know what the good brands were. And I used to be an AMD guy back in the day because AMD was cheaper. And if you're broke, AMD was always like the like they had Celeron and stuff, but they just weren't very good. But the AMD for some reason were always pretty decent. They never quite, not until dual core, but they never quite caught up. But they were still better than the Celerons and cheaper than the Intels. So yeah. Okay, okay. That's why I couldn't see the bloody thing, because it wasn't even there. Are you sure it's back? Okay, I got that one. I like UK. My first PC had 50 megs HDD and a 1 megabyte RAM. Intel 8086 had one as well. That was the Chrome. What do they call it? The black and gold one. We had the 8086. My first PC I built was a Pentium 100 with a 1.3 gigabyte hard drive. Oh man, I can't even remember how much RAM there was. It wasn't a lot. But that was a beast of a computer at the time. It wasn't like the top of the line because it cost $2,700 at the time. And I remember I was making about $900 a month, working a part-time job. I was the manager of a Salvation Army in Thunder Bay, their flagship Salvation Army. And the guy that I worked with, he owned this store called Soft Cell in Thunder Bay, and he's the one that sold me the stuff. And yeah, that was my first baby. And then I see the Pentium 133s, even all the way up to like 333s. Man, these are still tightening. Damn. Okay, let's do it. Oh, I like it. UK's got like the flex. All right, I'm getting to that. I like it. UK. Main PC AMD Threadripper 256 gigs of RAM and a 4090. Holy shit. That's a hell of a setup right there. Okay, fans. So this is the PC with you're gonna see the ridiculousness of this tower, especially as I go and put it in the case. But the fans I got, they're the Noctua fans that come along with it, obviously. Push pull. Damn it. So I always forget which way is push. So I think towards this is push. So it's coming this way. Yes. Yes, it is. So, no. So it goes on that way. So these go on here, like that. But I can swap that around. Do I want it going out the back or? All right, guys. Which way am I putting these? This is also going to divide the crowd out, imagine. First custom build is an audio PC Pentium 2, still in our parents' law. Cost me too much. Yeah, don't they all? That's okay, man. You can drink while you type. That's okay. It's okay. There's an arrow on one of the edge. Yeah, I know. But which way would you be pushing it? So, because I got to swap I had them mounted this way before. And yes, there's supposed to be an arrow on the edge. And I don't see it. Oh, yeah. Okay. There it is. It's going that way. So, you want me to push it to the back? Front to back airflow. Yeah, I figured as much. I figured. Just got to swap around these little thingamabobs. I might have to have my kid check in and see what my dogs are doing, because they sound a little sus at the moment. They're awfully quiet. Oh, damn. Blur. Damn. Teetotal. Yeah, I don't drink anymore either. And not by choice, per se. Just Eh? There's no division here. Fan orientation is near unanimous. You would be surprised, okay, Jerker? You picked the worst time to build a PC. I know, didn't I? I was gonna build it like six months ago, give or take, and I'm like, nah, Black Friday will be great. But 6 months ago, there was also the GPU prices were skyrocketed at the time, which I think, if I recall, that was one of the reasons I was like, eh. But Jerker, near unanimous. I disagree. The amount of discourse I've seen with people talking about negative to positive air pressure, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of that crap. There's always discourse in PC building, man. Like, I think that's the whole point of it. There's always discourse. There's never going to be people that actually agree on anything. Hi, Moo. You here to help, brother? I don't really need any help, big guy. This one was set up properly. Did I take these off at some point? Huh. I think I might have been cooling my last PC wrong. Nobody say anything. I know what I'm doing. I swear to dog. Can I do a blind? No, I cannot. Oh. Nope. There we go. Both are in. Oh, well, I screwed that up. 1 second, please. Damn it. I hate these things. RAM clearance. RAM. Bugger bit me. All right. We're just going to plug in the CPU, the headers here. I'm going to have to put my fat head in the way. Maybe you guys don't want to see the back of my head right now. I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you're like that. CPU fan. CPU optional. RGB header. Where's my main CPU main? CPU fan. There we go. Come on. Get off. Oh. Maybe I should have taken these off before I started, eh? That's why I've got Mr. Helpy Hands. See, Mr. Helpy Hands helps. So, I've got two CPU fan AIO pump. Oh, CPU fan AIO pump. And let me guess, the one in the back is going to be the CPU fan, right? Or are they both AIO pump? Oh, CPU fan AIO pump. So yeah, wait. Oh wow, I'm way behind, aren't I? Worst time to build a PC? It's okay, man. Yeah, my buddy's always talking about air pressure. LOL. Yeah, I know. I don't get it. Like, get the hot out. You get the heat out. I follow what Noctua suggested after all the coolers are, well, cool. Team AMD or Intel NVIDIA? I am AMD NVIDIA. I've never liked AMD GPUs. I don't mind them. But because I've always been a video editor or some sort of editor, they don't really perform as well, obviously. And in gaming, they've never really matched NVIDIA. Linus Torvalds had a few things to say about NVIDIA. I never watched that video, him and Linus building. I saw it, but I didn't have the time to watch. NVIDIA for now, CPU, I use both. Right now, Intel is a hot mess. Unless you're sticking DDR4, there's no reason to go go Intel right now. The man said, "Don't watch Linus, watch this instead." Indeed, I haven't watched Linus since someone there decided to block my account from commenting. Unsubbed when I figured that out. Scott Grammer, that sucks. They blocked your account from what were you commenting? The boys want to know. The dents in the back of your head look like a math equation. What does it mean? Damn, Liberty dude with the roast. uh, I have some scarring back there because I had some. I had to go to a doctor for an impacted something or other that he had to cut on my neck. So I had, yeah, had some stuff done. That is probably the best roast in a long time that I've had. That was fucking brilliant, buddy. I loved it. That was awesome. I have no idea what I said that ticked them off. I emailed them 3 times asking, no response. They don't take care of their own comments, so you probably pissed off one of the wrenches. And the wrenches don't answer to anyone, right? Like then Linus isn't like, oh, did you block one specific person that should have never been blocked? Linus doesn't care. There's millions of people that, I mean, technically he should be worried about. There's no issue. So you kind of get lost in the numbers. So if you piss off one of the wrenches, yeah, you're kind of screwed. There's nothing you can really do about it. I try to only boot when people are actual pieces of garbage, which happens more often than you think. But we've been really lucky on these live streams. We don't get a ton, like there's not a massive ton of people that come through these live streams, which is kind of how we like it because it lets us talk to people. But it's also kept a lot of the douchebags out. I own Ryzen 7 5800X and the AMD GPU 6750 XT, and honestly, for gaming, they perform well. Absolutely. I've just always gone NVIDIA because almost every one of my machines has been a video editing machine as well. So to me, it's just a natural thing. I go NVIDIA. But like even now, it was like I had the option to do this. I forget what was 7900 or whatever it was, but I just stuck with NVIDIA. The devil you know. Okay, so I need to know where the power is on these bloody things. Motherboard layout. Does this have AIO pump CPU fan? Okay, so the CPU fan is the second one in. And the optional. Okay. I figured it out, guys. I figured it out. The problem is getting it in there. Holy crap, is it ever. This is one of those, like, should have done it before I installed everything. Because now my depth of... It's so freaking hard to see. I guess you guys are watching me just bend over in front of this, eh? I guess that's not much better, but here. It's probably a little bit better than watching me just bent over. The CPU header is in there, and boy, oh boy, is it ever in there. Oh, I nailed it. Okay. And I'm also going to CPU optional. There we go. Both are in. Okay, so the one last thing you want to do before you start, you can see my dog's dicking around over there, eh? Yeah. I think this camera's been sliding. So let's go back to there. There. One last thing you kind of want to do before you put this in a case, I have learned this many times, is they used to be like 8-pin or 9-pin the connectors on the front and the side. Usually want to get those in now because when they're in a case, it can be a real pain in the ass to actually connect them after the fact. So let's do that now. Now, I've never also dealt with any of these like really fancy ass boards. So we'll see what we got. These are all the, VGA. Wow. Guys, can you bugger off? Not a good time to be fighting by my setup. No, go away. Bloody dogs. Some ties. Okay, so these are not it. See how many people I've triggered so far. And we will laugh if the large cooler stops it from fitting in the case. Shh. The NHD 15 dwarfs almost any motherboard you put it on. Yeah, it's awesome though. And I want quiet and I want performance. Yo, scream and scramp. I'm guessing you're shrimp. Never built a PC. Looks fun. It is actually fun. It's also incredibly expensive. 8-pin EPs and 2024-pin motherboard also need some PCIe power. Yeah. Izzy. Sorry if I'm yelling in your ears. First build had me so sweaty, all for it to not turn on. Called a friend for help and he kept switching RAMs until it worked. That sucks. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. It's a lot of fun if you like DIY stuff. Trying to rebrand. Cheers, brother. I can recognize you from anywhere. Good luck with the rebrand, by the way. Okay, so let's take a look at what we got here. I'm not the last power supply I was running was the ketchup and mustard cables. So I'm guessing this is the 20 pin or 24 pin. How many? Actually, let's count them together. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. 24 pin. And guess what? Like Legos, it's only going to go in one spot. And that spot is right here. Okay. Now, where the rest of this is the rest of them? Okay. This one is VGA. CPU. 8-pin for CPU. What do we have for CPU over here? We've got an 8 and a 4. So, what are we talking for that? Obviously, the CPU one is the 8. Yeah. So yeah, which one am I? So we got the 8. That's the CPU. What's the 4? Again, my ignorance knows no bounds. That's a 6 and a 2. That's a 2 4s. CPU. Yeah, that's the CPU. Okay. Most CPU 8-pin power cable can split into 2x4. Yeah. Am I doing that? That's the play here? So this is the CPU. I'll put that one in. It's, why am I bending over the frickin' board? What a noob. My coffee's getting in the way, guys. This is always the worst one to put in. And these plugs don't actually go together anymore. They used to. They used to be something that held them together, but they're a pain in the butt. The next one. Need 2x8 pin, 1/8, 1/4. Yeah. Okay. Had laptops power for 5 times to clean the dust out. Yeah. SSDs are such, like, I'll never go back to hard drives. Spinning rust? Nope. Never. 2x8 pin, 1x8, 1x4. I'm using an ancient Dell Optiplex 7010 as my main PC. Wow. SSD is going to bring it. Wow. Yeah, that's going to like kick ass through and through. Okay. Because this is 6 and 2, this one, the VGA, which one's VGA again? What is that one for? That CPU, is that the CPU one? I believe so. Video graphics, VGA, video graphics, there we go. Am I missing a cable here? So this is my graphics. That's cool. 6 and 2. 6 and 2. Gotcha. This is the CPU. Oh! I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear anybody all like, oh, you got the wrong one and the wrong thing. Now I got to unplug one of the worst things to plug in. The absolute worst things to plug in. Damn it. And there's 2 of them that you got to fucking... Okay. I'm going to bring this to the edge of the board. Come here. See that? 2 4s? Yeah. Shut up, everybody. Shut up. CPU. Told you I'd figure it out. Haha. Fuck, I'm an idiot sometimes, man. Damn it. Here's a by 4. All right, doesn't matter which one. Just going to plug this one in because it's closer. And that CPU takes a lot of chunky power, eh? Oh, sorry, you guys. I got comments over this. My bad. Sorry, guys. You can't even get HDD caddies with an M.2 SATA connection built in these days if your computer doesn't have any M.2 on the board. Yeah. EPS and the 8-pin CPU cables look similar, but they're not the same. Yeah, God damn, I'm an idiot. I'm kind of glad my standards are pretty low. As long as I can produce music and play some game at 1080p, I'm Gucci. Good luck, homie. Cheers, brother. You cannot hear me say anything. No mic. The kid, though. Thanks, guys. Your support means so much to me. Okay, so we have the motherboard. We are good to go. Everything is basically in place now. We got the graphics stuff here. My dog is trying to get my attention. We're going to go back here. And we're going to put this off to the side where I have no freaking clue. Move that. Move the M2. Sorry, Dylan, your M2 is being tossed up there. I'm going to put this somewhere where it might fall over, because that's half the fun, right? Nobody breathe. Graphics card, just going to throw on the ground. Now, this is the Fractal Design North. For those of you that don't know, Fractal Design, I think, is one of the best case makers in, like, just completely best case maker. I absolutely love Fractal Design. I love their aesthetic, but I also love their cases have always had, my first case was the Define S, just because it was quiet as hell. Like, and when I say quiet as hell, it was quiet as hell. And yeah, they're easy to build in. They're good fun. So yeah, these are the. This is why I decided on the North, because it's awesome. Holds breath. If one of my dogs walks over there and bumps that box, I'm screwed. So, by the way, I already, where'd I put that last screw? Where'd I put that last screw? There it is. I already went through and I already did some preparation on the case, just because I didn't think you guys wanted to watch me like unscrewing stuff. And so we basically have the open case, which I will go to there. No, that one. And I'm gonna have to move my coffee. Sad. Put the coffee back there. This is where I actually have to stand up, guys. Now I'm doing this. It's a bit of a mess here. I should be cleaning my workspace. I'm not. Bad, Aiden. What's under here? There's something under that. That's weird. Oh, it's that. Okay. There we go. Okay. Here we got the case. We can actually just go to that. Wow, that is really like, you can see all of the mess, eh? Yeah, let's go back to that. So pretty basic stuff here if you've never built in a case. Most cases come with the standoffs already set up for the ATX board. Get all your stuff with it here. So generally, you don't have to worry too much. You just want to make sure that the standoffs are in the right place for your board, and you don't have extra standoffs, because those extra standoffs could be a big problem. You actually bought a North? Yeah, I bought a North. Who doesn't buy a North, man? Norths are awesome. Move the box, don't tempt fate. Nah. Those are nice. Yeah, I love them. Yeah. Why wouldn't I buy a North, man? I'm going for a nice case. One of the reasons I went with this is because my Define S has just, I think they're USB 2 on the top panel. Or no, USB 3.0, but it's USB-C or USB-A, not USB-C. And that drives me a little nuts. So, since my dogs are running downstairs, I am going to grab this monstrosity and we're going to drop it in here, which is going to be interesting because, well, I did all the cables. Pray for me, guys. Start praying now. Also, the glory that is built-in motherboards. Or not built-in built-in backplates. I don't think that's in. It's not. It's not quite there. What's standing in its way? And here's where it becomes a 3-hour live stream. It's probably, oh, something fell in, there it goes. It's in. I just needed to take my glasses off. That's all I needed to do. So it's in. We have no issues here. Everything looks good. Back panel looks good. Hey, I don't know how I actually didn't screw that up. What do you got? I don't know, man. I have a Meshify. Yeah, there's a lot of nice cases. You're supposed to route the EPS cables through the back of the case. I'm going to. Relax. I'm going to take it. Don't worry about it. I got this. I'm okay. You know what I did have, though, is I need some SATA cables. I don't think any SATA cables came with this. Oh, yeah, there we go. We got some here. We got some here. Don't worry. Those can all get routed after the fact. I'm not going to route them before I put the bloody board in. The board was hard enough to actually lift anyways. What I do want, though, is some screwing. Need me a little bit of screwing. Dimebag, how's it going? Slow compared to Linus. Oh, dude. I'm slow compared to a lot of people. Will the side panel fit? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh my God. The clearance on this fan right here because of the RAM has to be like maybe a millimeter. Like not even. Oh my God. It might even be touching the glass. That is awesome. Woohoo! I can't imagine the Fractal Design North would have designed something that doesn't fit one of the most popular and best coolers. Like it's literally one of the best coolers on the market. And probably the most popular as well, if I'm not wrong. Where it comes to air-cooled, anyways. All right. I hate all the different screws. That's not the screw. Those are the standoffs. So let's play to the screw fit the standoffs. Izzy, leave that alone. chewing on my shirts, you weirdo. These are usually the screws. I'm just going to test with one of the... That's not a standoff. Where's the standoffs? I just had them. That's one standoff. That's not what I was looking for. There's one standoff? You kidding me? What happens when people need more standoffs, man? All right, I'm behind. Did I drop anything? Always. Always, always, always. That's close, yeah. It's going to rattle if it touches the glass. No, I don't think it is touching. I think it's like really, really close, though. Tighter than an otter's pocket, as we say down here. I mean, worst case scenario, I can go with a single fan design. I'm not too excited about that, but it could happen. So, not the worst thing in the world. Screw it. Heh. Yeah, exactly. Screw it. Still, though, I would really like to know what the bloody screws are before I start trying to screw into the... And how is there only one extra standoff? That does not make any sense. Like, at all. What if you... Is there, like, included in this? Oh, no, that came with the... Yeah, that was with the case. I don't have the case information. North accessories? No. No. All right, let's just play which one is which. I'll use this spare standoff to test some. We won't need the extra standoff, will we? So now I'm guessing this is the most screws. So very close call. Yeah, especially, I mean, with low profile RAM. If I didn't have low profile RAM, I think I'd be screwed right now. As I'm tearing into a plastic thing. I don't want to like rip this and have them go everywhere. That's the fear at the moment. Come on, just one screw. It's like me begging on my wedding night. Okay, I mean, what? Okay. Yeah, I don't think these are the screws. Nope. I do not think those are the ones. The hell are they for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, these must be it. Yeah, the Noctua is awesome. I also love the brown. I don't care what anyone says. It's fine. It's fine. I don't care what anyone says about the brown. I love the brown. Don't drop them into the PSU. No, I won't. I promise. Ish. I promise. Ish. There we go. We got one screw. There we go, like a glove. That's what I'm talking about. Now, by the way, in case anyone's wondering, iFixit kit, if you do this more than like once per couple years, iFixit kits pay for themselves almost instantly. They're like, I think it cost me like $70 about 5 years ago, and I've paid for that thing 10 times over. I absolutely love the iFixit kit. Use it for everything. This is not sponsored by iFixit, unless iFixit wants to come along and give me money. Because like that's one of those products that I would love to stand behind. Sure, if I can make money off your amazing ass product, sure, I will do that. Okay. I'd like it if you didn't strip while going in. Thank you. Screw DDR5, right? Screw DDR5 indeed. I just saw the G2. I think it's my next cooler for my DDR4 system. Nice. I always get hungry when I see Noctua fans because Noctua reminds me of nougat, and the chocolate brown color of the flan blades adds to that. Thanks. Now I'm going to see that. And I'm always going to remember that. Can't tell fat guys to start to envision food when they start looking at things, because that's all we'll see. I'm trying to not be a fat guy anymore. Come on. I'm working hard at it, too. Tonight I'm going for smash burgers. Because I got to take a day off from working at it, right? Oh, no. Oh, it's in. We won. We won. Now, having to post this videos or post this, this is going to be interesting. I don't know how I'm going to show it off, but I've got a screen right beside me that you can kind of see at the bottom right of the screen there. You can see I've got a monitor set up that's showing me my, pull it towards me just so you can kind of see it a little bit better. That's showing me my readout for what you guys are seeing. Which, by the way, yeah, that using a GoPro, man, is it ever bad. Here, let's see if I lighten it up a bit. Does that help? Ooh, ooh. It doesn't really correct much. Is that better? Is the light better? They should sell chocolate in the shape of their fans, not to his Austrians. Whoa. Oh, this light's oh, I think it's on TV mode. I'm turning that off before somebody has a seizure. No, thank you. Dance Dance Revolution 5 was okay. I never played one of the Dance Dance. Not only fans, we don't need stripping here. Yeah, don't get me started. 5 a.m. for a 14-hour shift. Cheers, brother. Cheers, Blur. Appreciate you coming to hang out, brother. I really do. It's always fun to see new people on the live streams. This is kind of why I like doing stuff like this, because it gives me a chance to kind of expand to see who's willing to watch shit. Like, I'll watch a PC build live stream from somebody I've never seen before or any other video I've ever seen on their channel just because, cool, it's kind of fun. I also like to see, are they going to screw up? That's usually the question, right? Let's put this down. Let's try not to break anything, why don't we? I'm going to move this around so I can get the screws at the top, which are going to be fun. So, especially if you're Linus or if you've done a lot of PC building, a lot of PC builders don't put all the screws in. I don't subscribe to that. I think that's silly and foolish. Let's move this up a little bit more. Am I pushing something off the desk? I don't think so. I'd rather have the screws in just in case. There are vibrations that happen on PCs, thanks to the fans. So why give it a reason? You know what I'm saying? Ooh. Oh no. Ah! Ah! Bloody hell, this is hard to do. When you have big friggin' mitts like me. Oh, it's in. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, hey, I actually got the screw in. Wow, nice. How I'm going to get the next one is beyond me. So I'm navigating 2 CPU fan wires. The outside one's going to be easy as hell. I don't know if you guys probably can't see this too well. Oh yeah, because the big ass fans are in the way. Let's put this corner one in first. I don't think I'm going to get the middle one done. I'm just going to probably leave it out just so I'm not dropping screws into the motherboard. Yeah. Which can be a pain in the ass and could lead to, like that, could lead to having to take the motherboard out again. And I'm not about that game. I'm definitely not about that game. Can y'all hear my dog chewing on a bone in the background? Yeah, it's straight. Okay, I'm going to try it. I got to try it. Give it a shot. See what happens. One more motherboard screw and we're in. Holy crap. But I got to be able to get the screwdriver down there. And this is not a long screwdriver. Let's try one more try here. Ah! I think I did it. I did do it. Yay, everybody clap. Okay. Crap. Whew. Let's turn this back around so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, should I take the back panel off now? Yeah, probably. So, it's not the best lighting in here, huh? Okay, you know what? I can change that. I can change that. 1 second, please. Sinus link. Tell me, guys, how it looks when I turn this up. Oh, I could just turn the room light. Here, 1 second. Wow, what a difference it makes when you just turn the room lights on. It's a little bit better, though. A little bit more emotion. Let's get some of this shit off the desk. Ba, 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 ba. Don't you love the fingers crossed approach to building PCs? Watching it is so much better because you're like, I wonder if he's going to screw it up. But when you're the one doing it, you're like, God, I spent a lot of money on this. Please don't screw it up. I've never had a problem. I know I'm probably jinxing it by saying it. I've never had a problem with a PC. Oops, I hit the camera up top. Never had a problem hitting post. Ever. Not even once. So, fingers crossed, we keep that going. Gonna put some. There we go. There's one. Number 2's about to go through. Guess these are long enough to go all the way around, huh? Oh, come on. Get in there. Can I not get the second one through? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Bring it back just a little bit. See what happens. This is why Jerker was saying, put the cables through. Shh. I don't want to hear any of that. Oh, come on. Come on. You stupid. Yeah, see if I can get that cable over there. That would work. How close am I to getting this? Actually, pretty close. Okay. Yay! God damn, that was tough. All right. We got both through. We can rest easy. We can all rest easy, guys. I know. You were dying to know. Side grommets. So out of y'all, who here, and I know there's probably a couple of you who are hardcore about cable management. Curious. I am not. I know, shocker, eh? People who've watched my channel or had seen my studio. Dylan would probably laugh if I mentioned that I was in any way a cable management freak. He would laugh proper, like proper laugh. Oh, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, that's what. Oh, okay. All right. I think I know what the screws are. They weren't from the motherboard, guys. I'm figuring it out, man. I don't just to make sure it works first. I push CPU wire first before I put the MOBO in. Yeah, that's what he said. I've never liked to be with a board this big with that kind of a cooler. It's really hard to hold it with one hand while you're putting it in and while you're putting the cable through. So I just, yeah. All good. It's all good. Nobody died. Is this the one I opened up? No, that's not the one I opened up. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's probably it. Okay. Take you out. I'm just putting on the thing for the... Oh, I guess I can do that, eh? Just putting on the cover. So I can install this in a second, but I'm going to run the wires to it first so I'm not working inside a box. Man, this desk is messy, eh? Holy crap. This is a problem when you don't clean while you work. It's also a problem when you don't have like a... Having an assistant or somebody to like help during a shooting process would be massive. I'm lucky I haven't had to do any washroom breaks. Now that I say that. Do. But yeah, this is where having like other people on your team helps. And I mean, I have Dylan, but Dylan doesn't work for me, so I can't exactly expect him to come out and just do shit for me, you know? Okay, modular power supply. Got it all right here. Basically, plug in what you need and put the rest of the cables away. So, let's get... These are going to come through. I can clean them up in a second. Okay. There's CPU. And this one's the motherboard. Ah, that's the front end connector. Front panel connector is in the way too. Perfect. It's exactly what I was hoping for. Okay. Oh no. No, that side had clips too. Yeah. So why does this side have clips? There's 28 pin. Oh, because you do actually have a spot for clips. Okay. Noted. But it only has one for one clip. Oh, because I put this in backwards. See, guys? This is why you show up, to see me struggle. Bloody hell. I went to all the trouble to put this in properly. If I screwed up on the CPU, I'm screwed. I'm gonna hate that. Gonna hate that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Let's put it in, see what happens. I guess I can put this down so y'all can see, because I'm just doing this stuff. I think I switched the cameras without realizing it. Sorry, guys. If you're watching, wondering what the hell I'm doing. My bad. So this is the motherboard connector. It's a split on this side, and the split is supposed to go on the motherboard. not into the power supply. And that's why I was a little confused when, anyways. What? What? God damn it, I had it the right way. Damn it. Still no one. I've gotten used to holding large things with two hands. Nice. I had it right. Had it right the whole time. I always thought the split went onto the board. I was wrong. Nobody told me. At least that's the easy cable to put in. To be perfectly honest, I'm really happy because the motherboard cable is the easiest one to put in. Holy hell. Okay, back to where we were. Back to our regular scheduled programming. This is the problem when I haven't built a PC in so long that I'm not in the up and up, guys. I'm not too sure of what I'm doing, to be perfectly honest. Sorry, kid. Okay. And the P8's going to go beside it, I take it. Oh, motherboard. Okay. Right there. Do not fall off the desk. I guess... Sorry, I'm not changing the camera over fast enough, am I? There we go. Okay, the motherboard's plugged in. Okay. Now I've got two 10-pin connectors, two P8s, I guess. PCIe, drives, PCIe 5.1. Okay. P8. Put you through there. Just wanted to get the major stuff kind of set up before I went and started screwing around. Now, the graphics card solution is this VGA, which is a 8-pin, I'm guessing, VGA to a 12-pin, right? I'm just going to double check. If anyone wants to help me with the GPU, I've never actually worked with the 5000 series. My last GPU was a 3060. Notice every time you bend over, the picture quality improves. It must be the plumber reflecting light increase. Now that's white privilege. Liberty, dude, you're on fire tonight, brother. Front panel connectors. I know. I hate the front panel connectors. First power up, smoke test. Yes, we're getting there. Does your GPU use one of those new 16-pin cables? I don't know. I don't think so. 5070 is not the... It's not the most intense one. 1 second though. Let's take out the GPU and find out before I go wrecking shit by hooking it up. Ah! Don't do that. Rude. Come on. Get out of there. So much waste in this, man. Jeez. Asus. Okay, in case you guys want to see what I'm unboxing. Sorry, kid. My dog peed on the ground. You okay, love? Okay. My dog peed on the ground. My kid's having to clean it up. That sucks. That actually sucks. Okay. What do we got here? Tharby the GPU, everybody. And it is a 12-pin. So we're good on that. The problem is I have nowhere to put this. So I don't really want to install it right now because I'm going to be flopping this case back and forth. Did you get an anti-sag stand for the GPU? As I live and breathe. No, I did not. The 5070 should have this new 12-volt connector. Make sure that one gets plugged all the way in. They like to melt if only done halfway. Good times. Plus, with it in the case, it's a long one. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Room to spare. There's a lot of front room up here, so I'm not too concerned about that. What do you guys figure? GPU always lasts? Yeah, jerker. I was going to ask, should I put it in? No. I'm going to be flopping the case around a lot, and it's not great for the GPU when you do that. So, I'll put it back in its bag, too. We'll do the GPU last. We're almost there, so... like, we're getting so close. Hey, Bob. My dog says hi. Okay, so that's the 10 pin. Okay. That's the, or the 12 pin, this one, I'm guessing. And VGA is just an 8 pin into the power supply. So, that's going to be going through there. Okay. Oh, I guess, yeah, I've been keeping you guys in the top, this view, eh? Sorry. I'm a really bad presenter sometimes. Bad presenter. Bad. So now I got to see. PCIe is a 12. That's interesting. This isn't the right cable. Oh, I got it the wrong way. That's why. No, yeah, that's... okay, so what am I missing here? That is a 12. This is also a 12. 612 PCIe. Again, going to 8 pins. Okay. That's another VGA, I take it? Yep, VGA. All right, then. I don't see a spot for this. Does it go in under the one of the P8s? PCIe, they're all 12. They're all 12s. These are all the, yeah. Or is this the 2 6s goes in, so it's the 2 6s? That's what I'm gonna guess. Do I hear? Check the CP. How scared am I of BIOS settings? Not at all. Check the CP, GPU box. Goes to the special PCIe 5.1 port. Oh, damn, I do not have that cable. I'm checking the box. Ha-ha! Nope. Ah, yeah, look at that. Okay. Thanks, jerker. Love you, buddy. Just to 2 8s. That's basically what I'm looking at. Hey, look at that. Hey, we made it. Hey, we made it. Do I have to plug both of them in? I guess I should look at the literature, eh? Because it's two. I guess, yeah, you do actually have to plug both of them in. I'm going to be overpowering my fucking GPU. Woohoo! Let's blow the money. Let's blow the GPU. Why not? No, wrong way. Wrong way. I know what I'm doing. Man, this is a problem when you have been watching Linus Tech Tips for the past, year. Cringe. Be happy. If you don't like it, go away. I don't care. There should be 12 16-pin cable in the GPU box so you connect 2 6 8 GPU cables that go to the PCU Ba-boom. Thanks, I like it, UK. Man, if there's anything this channel is, it's cringe. I can't even believe you'd think anything different, to be perfectly honest. This channel is what this channel is. Okay, that's it. All right. Now I'm satisfied with all of the cables being connected, so I can put in. Oh yeah, I got to take the bloody front panel connectors out. Ah. 1 second, please. Oh, damn. I got those bloody drive bays. Not a lot of room for these cables, eh? Like, not a lot of room whatsoever. Oh, I think I got to take out the drive bay cages. Jesus. All right. I can do that. Wait, are you using an adapter? It shouldn't be like that. What shouldn't be like what, jerker? When a new PSU come with a proper adapters are a no-go in my opinion. I got what I got. It's in the box. Should be a designated cable that reads 600 watt on both ends. Not that adapter thingy. Nope, that's all I got, buddy. It's that adapter thingy. That's all I got. It's PCIe 5.1. That's the connector. Not all PSU come with the new GPU cables. Apparently not. Let's take out that drive. What? What? Is this broken? Damn, that's close. Holy shit. Fingers crossed. Somebody said 2 separate. I don't think it has to be 2 separate cables. That's too much. Holy crap, drive bay. Thank you. Get in my way. It's fine, it'll work, just not ideal. Yeah. The official product page says it comes with one. Interesting. I'll have to give them a message. See what they're saying about that. Because that's all I got. That and some Velcro. Asus Velcro. I'll double check the box though. Just want to make sure I'm not dropping this off the side of the desk. All right, let's go back to this. Whoa, and put this down. Just for a second. So I was in here. That's all I had. Wi-Fi moving antenna. No, I'm okay. Who games with Wi-Fi now? Well, I can understand if you need to game with Wi-Fi. No, that's all I had, brother. It's literally all I had. So, there's nothing else. Nada. I have 4 on my 4090. Holy shit. Enable Wi-Fi in emergencies. Yeah, I do. I always put it together, but I can make my own Ethernet cables, so I haven't really had an emergency for that. The PSU may have come with the cable, but not always. You gotta love that shit, eh? The cable would be with the PSU. The cable was not with the PSU. There was no cable with the PSU whatsoever. Well, there was cables, but it wasn't that cable. Then you can supply internet from your phone's hotspot if the main internet is out. I don't know if I want. I'm a Canadian internet. Well, you Dimebag, you're Canadian too. You reach your max pretty quick, and yeah, I think that would probably run my quote unquote free internet out pretty quick. So, all right, so yeah, that's the cable I had. That's what we're going with right now. Sadly enough. Okay. So I don't have any drives to put in right now, so I'm gonna guess front cable connectors are gonna be my friend. So let's bring this back to this one. And I'm going to basically route. Man, these cables aren't that long like these ones. So there's not really a lot of places you can put them. There's not a lot of room to them. I can get a little bit more slack out of them, but damn. That sucks. I mean, at least they're ribbons, so they're gonna go flat pretty easily. But still, not used to that. I'm unlimited in fiber. I'm quote unquote unlimited, where they bottleneck you. So, what are you using for Windows Drive? 2 terabyte. I don't have a Gen 5. I've just got a Gen 4 2 terabyte from way back, and it's no for my Windows Drive. I've got a 500 gig. I think it's even Gen 3. I don't care all that much about that drive. I mostly care about the game drive, but even then, I don't really put a lot of thought into it. So, okay, leave that down there. Still a little weirded out by these cables. Like, these cables are pretty naff, as they say. Anyways, front end connectors. The worst part about doing a computer right now are these connectors. All of them. Every single freaking one of them. Bloody pain in the ass. Oh, I got to put a rear fan in too. Forgot about that. Okay. So they're all tied up there. That's fine. There's cable ties already on. Let's put them through one at a time, I guess. Yeah, 500 gig boot drive. That's exactly what it is. I think if they throttle, it's hard to tell if they don't throttle the known speed test sites. Yeah, I don't. Could you ask me if I'm going to see a difference between a Gen 5 SSD? Because I don't even believe most use cases aren't going to notice a difference with Gen 5. I know that for a fact. God, because unless you're doing hardcore editing on that stuff, I don't foresee many people noticing any difference on that stuff. Jesus, God. Just take you. I don't think you're gonna. Oh yeah, you'll reach. You'll reach. I definitely won't notice a difference on any kind of gaming that I'm doing. No gamer's gonna notice a difference on a Gen 5 drive. Maybe your load screen goes a little quicker. God, why did I just bring all the cables through all at once? Oh, the camera died. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. Let me go take care of that. Give me a second. My wife's. Oh, my sister-in-law's in town. Running M.2 for Windows and 500 gig for some drive updating soon. Speed of me. Speedtest.org, I think it is. Samsung is boasting a huge burst, but I don't know. Yeah, whatever. On the 911 drive, or 9011. Then my PC used Gen 5 too hot, not worth the price for the extra performance. Yeah, exactly. And We don't need heat. We definitely do not need heat. Okay, so I'm going to actually, let me get my other camera plugged back in. Get the video for it. It's probably hot as hell as well. So... I'm coming, baby. I'm back. I'm back. Don't worry. Don't worry. See, I'm here. Got the camera back. What did I miss out on? Speed of .me. Okay. There we go. Honest. I'm not really all that concerned about testing my speeds. Again, like for what I do, I've never been 100% internet dependent on the stuff I'm doing. A lot of my life has been spent doing video editing and stuff like that, and it's not that big of a deal as long as I have access to some internet. But when like gaming and shit, it's going to be a little more important, but not really. Like not to the point that it's going to be noticeable for anyone, right? HD audio, where the hell do they put that now? I don't even need to hook that up, but whatever. Let's do it. HD audio, where are you? Fan 3. Come on. Wow, I don't see an HD audio at all on here. That's fine by me. That's weird. Front panels, T sensor, CPU flow, CPU OW. TB headers, COM debug, channel fan 1, spit if out. Yeah, this is one of the ones that has the... I know what this port exactly looks like because it's the pin that's... Yeah, it's right there. It's AKPF or AAFP. It's tiny down there, right down there. Pretty sure that's the one because that's got the pin out. AAFP I've never heard of though. Need the Sony DC-C1 dummy battery. It's not cheap, but it's awesome. So the guy I'm working with, Aaron from Generation Y, picked one up, and god damn it, it's nice. But he also picked up like the big, massive battery bank to just strap to the side of the camera. That's also an option. I'm going to eventually. If I have to do more of these live streams, I definitely will. Like I definitely will. But for now, it's not that big of a deal. Motherboard. I need to go and see what the pinout is for the for the front panel connectors anyways, because it's not listed in anything I could actually read at any point down there. Holy shit, that's hard to read. So, motherboard. Spitifout AAFP. Anyone on AAFP? Is that the bloody, whatchamacallit, no, that's that. HD, no, what is it called? Oh, it's going to kill me now. The hell did I do it? There it is. Nope, that's not it either. What the hell did I do with it? I just had it. What the hell? Am I going in? Oh, it's HD audio. It's up here. It's under the book. Is that HD audio? AAFP? Analog audio front panel. Thank you. Bob, do not do that to my clothing. Please and thank you. So you... Man. Oh, I can go into the drive bay. Does that have enough room to do it? That is the question, because I can come up through here. Man, that's going to be tough. Doesn't really have a lot of room for that. I'm just gonna, let's plug it in, see what happens. See where this is. So I can loosen it up in the back, but it's HD audio, man. Like, I have a feeling I'm gonna have an interface on this. All right. Where are you? These are fans. Daisy chain for fans. Fans. CPU. Where'd the front panel ones go? Did they go back through? No, it couldn't have. Oh, wow. I've only got 3 or 4 of them. I'm missing some back there. All right, got to lift it up anyways. Let's see what's happening. No, the front panel ones should all be in there. I only see 4. Oh, yeah, I only see 4. Power switch, power LED. Oh, I guess I don't need the... This just needs power switch. There's no reset. There's no... Yeah. So just power switch, power LED. Okay. Done. I just got to figure out where those are on that list. Because, holy shit, that's... speaker chassis. Reset. Power LED. Power switch. LED. So power is the first one. Power switch. God, that's hard to tell. I'm just going to use the book. It's just so hard to see. Not worth having to rip this open and redo that. These are fans. Okay. Case fan. It's all right. I've been ignoring you guys. Sorry, I'm just trying to do math here in my head with this stupid stuff. If you ever wonder what your real speed is lower than you expect and speed of telling me. Oh, I'll look it up. I'm actually kind of curious. Should have power red. Reset HDD. Yeah, no, there's none of that. Hilarious that any kind of dummy battery is expensive. No kidding, right? i7-5 has 2 USB-C ports, but you still need a battery installed. It drives me nuts that you can't power through USB-C. And I know it's because the batteries are so expensive that they don't want to kind of dig into their own... they don't want to dig into their own stuff, right? So I get that. Like, I understand that, but come on. Like... Yeah, when I told you guys I'm not into cable management, I kind of meant it. Oh. I'm real bad at it. Real bad. Okay, so this one, I've never actually done this one, and this is one of the reasons I got this kit, or got this case, was because I wanted the 3.2 Gen 2, which is this one, the front panel. And I'm guessing US U32G2 C10. Oh no, that's the big one. So this one, yeah, it must be going there. That thing must be going in the metal one, eh? I know, I've got all those. Yep, there's nothing else like it. Okay. I know, it's, man, people are probably like really cringing now. Let's put it over here. There it goes. Okay. I'll pull those through in a second. Guys, I think that's it. Yeah. I think that's it. The new USB connector is normally on the side near the main PSU cables. Side near the main PSU cables. Oh, that's on the Power supply? There's only one socket on this bloody board that's going to take that connector. So, and it went in perfectly fine. So, again, with building computers, building PCs, that's the one thing about this stuff, man. It's so dumb shit simple. And I say that struggling over a couple hours trying to get this done, but let's be perfectly honest. Like, it's not hard to put this stuff together because there's only one place most of this stuff will go. No, the motherboard under the fan area. The motherboard under the fan area. Well, right here, it's got the connector. So, and the cable won't actually make it that far. I would have to undo it, all that. But, I mean, it's possible. But there's no connector under the fan area. So, I'm cool. There's somebody at your front door. Holy shit, I scratched up my watch. Great. Awesome. Okay, so the front panel connectors. Dime bag. Further for YouTube, so far I have some decent 1080 webcams and hope to add a 4K webcam next. All output will be 1080, but I want to be able to punch in without loss. Yes, that's one of the reasons I went 4K. I'm also trying to work with OBS bot or OBSbot or whatever you want to call them. Because I would like to have some PTZ cameras for the Rodecaster video series, the S or the video, because I mean, like the idea that you can only 3 HDMI ends, but geez, you can have so many PTZ cameras on this, even for the Rodecaster Video S, a $499 interface. Man, this thing can do a lot. So I need to start getting more PTZ stuff, but I don't have the money to do it. So I'm getting there. 112. Actually, I'm going to check this out. Addressable Gen 2 RGB. I'm like, addressable Gen 2? What the hell is that? Yeah, okay, so I had the USB 3.2 Gen 2 right. It was where I thought it was. Yay! Fucking nailed it! Okay, 10, 17. System panel header is 119. Okay, we're getting there. Y'all are just sticking around to see if this posts, right? I know you. I don't blame you. I'd do the same. Definitely don't blame you. Okay. So, PLED, HDD LED, ground, PLED, ground. Power LED plus minus are those front two. Plus and minus. Fuck, I hate this. I hate doing this. Izzy, don't piss your brother off. All of these bloody cables already in the way. Yay! Front panel connectors. Where did I lose them? I just lost them. There they are. I found them. Can you guys actually see what I'm doing now? Eh? Yeah, this is the shitty part of any PC build. As far as I'm concerned, this is the worst part. I really enjoy doing PC builds. Like I really do. Why case manufacturers haven't just come out with a proper, and there isn't any universal outline to these, I don't know why. I am freaking clueless as to why there isn't less BS when it comes to this shit. Okay, got the one in, but they're all tied up now. Okay, let's do the plus first. And if there is universality to it, it's been a long time since I did front panel headers. Since probably 2021. So I don't remember. But if they are universal and case manufacturers are still putting out the front panel like this, absolute bullshit if you ask me. Power switch, which ones are they? Power button and ground beside it. Ah, the LED one came out. Bastard. It's the one that's right beside it, right? Oh, did I screw that up? Ah! Ooh, stupid thing. So, F in chat if you're just sitting here waiting for me to post and hoping for blood. Hoping for blood's an important part. I've been there. I've been where you are. Come on. Man. Oh, man. I don't think that matters, but we'll see. What is the dog chewing a bone? Is it driving you nuts? Because it does kind of post power and smoke test. I appreciate long form content, right? Long form content's great till you gotta pee. So it makes Linus. He has a sickness and enjoys this somehow. The front pin connectors. How do you enjoy front pin connectors? I don't know. I'm playing a Japan exclusive Monster Hunter game from 2011 for the PSP. You're keeping me company. Cheers, Scramp. Shrimp, how you doing, buddy? Oh, I think let's just confirm with this. Ground power, okay, yeah. No pin beside it. Yeah, that's an empty pin. There it is. Nailed it. Okay. Guys, I think it's time for the GPU. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. I think we got it all. I mean, outside of doing cable management, which, come on. I'm probably not going to do that right now. All these front panel connectors are going to annoy the shit out of me, though. Not going to lie. There's kind of a spot there. GPU time. And it's Bob chewing on a ridiculous little bone that he has to wrap his dumb little paws around. Because he's like a pit bull that has short little dumb legs. That's exactly what he is. You know what? I'm gonna let's do the honors here. The peel. This is going to be a very unsatisfying peel. I'm afraid, because oh, it's not that bad. It's kind of stuck here though. Come on, you're messing up the peel. There it goes. Come on. Do it. Do it. Do the thing. Do the thing. Oh, man. This is kind of a bad peel. That's okay. Man, I mean, it's okay, I guess. I have high peel standards. Oh, yeah, there's shit on here, too. I got to take these. No, I shouldn't have to take those off. There you go. I don't like taking these, especially in a basement, man. Taking these dust covers off, bad idea. Any other peels? Yeah, I got one little one there. Any other peels? I don't think so. Oh yeah, we just got these. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta take the things off first. Getting ahead of myself. There's a dual slot. Yeah, thanks. I like you, Kay. I'm there. I'm getting there. Did I cut my arm? Oh, I thought I had a cut on my arm. Oh, damn. Getting excited here. Man, is this ever going to be a mess to clean up? I think I'll do it tomorrow. Just messy. There we go. Well, I'm glad I can keep you company while you're doing your fun stuff. A Japan exclusive Monster Hunter is fun. I don't have a lot of experience with Monster Hunter. But downloaded one. I thought it was open world, which kind of disappointed me a little bit. Solid game though. I'd say 8 out of 10. That was my first. It was Monster Hunter World. Yeah, that's what it was. Monster Hunter World. Ooh, baby. Mm-mm-mm. How much are you paying me to scratch these little gold pins off? No? Nothing? Well, fine then. I'm not going to. Oh, wait. Is there a peel on the back here? Yes, there is. Let's take that off. I don't need anything else hampering any kind of... or does that actually? Yes, it does. There it is. Oh, okay. That was probably the best peel out of this whole thing. Very staticky, however. Very... Ooh. Ooh. Oh, it doesn't reach. Oh, well. I'm a staticky boy. One second, please. Just, I don't want anything to screw this up. Because I know it could easily. Holy crap. I took out the wrong two. I thought it was. I'll put this back. Well, I took out the wrong one. That one. Just thinking about that when I did that. Should I keep the third one? Actually, that's a good point, yeah. I'll just keep that one open, just in case. Good point, I like it, UK. Has Aiden installed a Radeon? No. This is a 5070, NVIDIA 5070. Asus Prime. I've never had an Asus Prime. I've always had the GeForce. So this one's new for me. Oh, shit. Someone was right. It is the adapter for the top of the card. Well, shit. 12-pin adapter on the top of the card. All right, who wants to say they were right? Go ahead. Well, what the shit does this mean then? This stuff. So is this the 12-pin that goes in there? And the adapter goes in here, not into the power supply? All right. It's in there pretty good. Let's put some screws in it. Gah! Oh, well, shit. Exactly. Well, shit indeed. Bloody hell. Let's put some screws in. We'll change that around. On the back of the PSU, then... that means that stuff's going in through... that means this is going into the back of the PSU into one of the 12-pinners. Fuck. Now, if I had more money to build more PCs. You don't know what you don't know until you know. It's all good, man. Yeah. I'm not beating myself up. It's more of a pain in the butt. It's one of those, like, when I looked at the 12-pin, I should have realized... like, I know better, because I could have looked at that and went, yeah, those are way too small. But I didn't do that because, you know, when you're in a hurry, you're in a hurry. Which I'm not really in a hurry, but I am hungry. God damn it. Do not make me take this GPU back out. Please and thank you. Yeah, I could have left that one in. That's okay. Everyone's quiet now, eh? Watch Aiden struggle. Watch Aiden struggle. I'm still ahead of where I thought I was going to be. I didn't think I was going to be out of here till like 8:30. So, not bad if you ask me. And all I got to do is route one cable back. So, let's go to that view. Hey, guys. This is why I didn't close the back panel. Progress. Progress indeed. But I do have to take the PSU out, which is also kind of annoying. It's about 20 to 1 a.m. Holy shit, bud. I appreciate you, buddy. The worst part is I can't tell how to remove that connector from this side. I can't get it out. So I'm guessing it's a push down. Yep, I was right. Yay! Yay! Okay. Bloody hell. All right. This is going to be fun squeezing back through, you know. I'm pointing at the PC like you can see it in the camera. This is going to be fun to squeeze back through that bloody grommet. But let's find out what spot these 12 pins go in. Probably the PCIe ones, right? I'm guessing. Let me, I'm just going to unplug my phone because there ain't no way I'm using my phone for this shit anyways. So, no, not camera. Light. There we go. PCIe. PCIe. Found it. That makes a lot more sense, though. LOL. Performance anxiety makes you finish faster. Well, it also makes you start slower. You know, certain things go slower when you have performance anxiety. Growth. Oh, man, I got to see. Need the light again. Okay, I swear to God, it happens to all men. I swear. Oh, I knocked my phone down. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. All right, I put my hand up and it blocks the light. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Cable's back. We're back in action, guys. We're back in action. Until I'm recording. Yeah, anxiety makes it difficult to keep your head in the game. It's so true. All heads. Okay. Yeah, like the videos on this channel are mostly scripted. Like I would say 99% of them are. And you'll notice like when you're hearing me talk through a live stream, I say I'm a lot less. I'm confident in my words, but I don't have like that scripted perfection as I do in the other videos, and that's just because I script, and I suggest everybody scripts because scripting, you can't do it when you're a gamer, I get it, but scripting is like the key to being good. It's such a game changer when you can script and you can just, let's see what happens if I could just force this through. Because I want to wrap it up underneath, which might be hard. Come on. Get through. Come on. You can do it. A little more. There you go. There you go. So what's the best way to do this cable? I'm going to actually put the back on right now. That's about as close as you're going to get to cable management for me right now because I'm tired and hungry. So, look, it's managed because you can't see it. That's management. That's my kind of management. For fuck's sake. Damn it. All right, cable managed. No one would write this script, right? I mean, I've written some pretty bad scripts before. So, you know, technically. Hey, I got my stand goal, guys. Was your morning radio show scripted? So it's interesting, actually. Most radio show hosts are one of two. Are scripted, where you somewhat script what you're going to talk about and how you're going to talk about it. So, like, you script out the major points. You don't script it so it's like hardcore, all the information word for word. But unless you're solo, when you're solo, you can script like that. And I used to solo because it's a lot easier to be funny and to hit your mark when you're on the radio. When you all of a sudden forget a fucking word, that is like the worst thing that'll happen on the radio. It happens all the time. What's the word I'm looking for? And you don't have time to sit there and go, because it's supposed to keep it moving. So you will find a lot of radio show hosts either do a very thorough bullet points or they fully script. When you're a morning show, however, you script out as much as you can, but the scripting is never like word for word. It's literally just all the details on a page. You never want to have to turn to your screen and go online to find the details while you're live. That is the death of radio right there. So yes, just to answer that question, it was partially scripted. I just updated my old 8700K computer from 8-year-old with the new RTX 5080 and a new PSU. Bottleneck is the CPU and RAM, but looking at RAM prices, I can't see myself upgrading them anytime soon. That is a hell of an upgrade. So 8700K is your CPU, which actually is not a bad CPU. I mean, it's several generations behind, but back in the day, that was the shit. What was your old graphics card? That's what I'm curious about. Also, I guess I'm doing this from up here, right? This feels right. Feels right to go from above, not... So these things have been melting, eh? You say? I think those are the 5080s, weren't they? The ones melting? Oh, from a 1070. Yeah. Oh, hey, Hassan. I just read the name. Sorry, brother. My first one in 2017 was a 1060. The 1070 at the time was out of my price range by a mile. But boy, oh boy, when I went from 1060 to 3060, what a difference. Massive difference. Guys, we're ready to post. I'm a little scared right now. Plus, I've got to get my power to here without kind of stretching shit about. So I'm going to go work a little bit behind the... I will be right back. I'll be screaming obscenities while I'm behind there, so don't worry. You'll know it's me. Just got to get all this stuff put around. Just scared the shit out of my dog. That was funny. Oh, not for him. It was not funny for him. Is this going to be close enough? Holy crap, guys. Come on. How do I not have more power in the studio that is accessible? That is the question I have. Don't you dare fall. Bob, get out of the way. You're in the way, dog. I should have more accessible power in the studio here, man. Okay, so I can stand this up, which will help getting the power cable to its spot. Its spot. Okay, sorry for the views. The views are going to be a little bit off at the moment, okay? I apologize. We do have light on the motherboard. I can lay this down this way. So you can kind of see the spin up. We'll go to there. Oh, no, wrong one. There we go. Now let me just get the... Sadly, I've got to run the HDMI. I'll go with the DisplayPort later. But that's all I have at the moment hooked up to this monitor. So, One second. Oh, fuck, I left the plugs in. Of course I did. I'm going to go around the other side. 1 second, please. I know it's trying to delay for the maximum amount of cool, right? That's what this is? The maximum amount of cool. That's DisplayPort. God damn it. Dog-gammit. Sorry. Any religious folks in the house? My apologies. That's DisplayPort. That's DisplayPort. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Is it only... Oh, yay, HDMI. Yay. Hey. I know HDMI is a sin with a card like this, right? There. Mouse and keyboard, 1 second, please. The mouse and keyboard is coming, which isn't really necessary, but kind of is also. So there's 1, and here's 2. Okay. Now, can't really see, but you'll be able to see everything spin up and probably light on fire. Are you ready? Tell me you're ready. Okay, let's go through comments just to stretch this out a little bit more. Let's go through. What did I just sit on? Oh, that's the top thing. Woo, that was a spicy sit down. Smoke time. Liberty dude. Okay, should we take bets here? Aiden plugs power and presses button. Give it a second. Power goes out. Smoke comes out. God damn it, that would suck. I love how you script videos. Always seems natural when you're reading. How did you learn to write so well? Broadcast school. Hassan, I'm going to be doing a podcasting course, and part of it is going to be talking about writing the way you speak. While you're scripting, you actually speak it out loud. So if it's not something you could ever see yourself saying, you delete it and you say it as you're speaking it. It's not easy to do, but you get used to it. You feel a little foolish sitting in Starbucks talking to yourself. But once you get the hang of it, then you're basically talking, and the script is not necessary. You're not reading, it's reminding you what you wanted to say. So when you conceptualize that you're not reading, it's just reminding you what you're talking about, and your eyes are scanning over the words. When you start reading and you watch the words go by-ish, it becomes a lot different. So yeah, give it a try. Writing how you speak is literally, I did 2.5 years of it, and then you continue it. If we're lucky, it posts. If I'm lucky. Don't forget, first boot DDR5 can take a few minutes first time, I've heard. The fan is slanted. Which fan is slanted? This one's up a little higher. That's because of the DDR5. Oh, that's slanted. Sorry, buddy. If that's going to drive you nuts, I apologize. Okay. Let's wait. Let's are you muted? Did I mute myself? No, Outsider Jess, I'm not muted. You may have muted me. Turn on somehow. It's Linux. It's not Jess. Reset the stream. Okay, that's probably a problem. I didn't know you had to practice your script at Starbucks. You know what? If it helps you write, and this is what I find, the reason I tell people about Starbucks is if it helps you sit down and actually write, it's so hard to get scripting at home that it's so much easier. Hey, going for a coffee, you get a Starbucks out of the deal, and you get to sit down. Fucking dogs. You get to sit down and write. It's actually a bit of a pro tip. I low-key hate reading my script because I have to fix my script while trying to record, and I hate it. Always read it out loud and present it out loud before you start. Always. 100%. Writing the script how you speak is important. I hate robotic customer service voice sounding scripted videos. Yours sound organic. Thank you. A lot of work has gone into that. Any plans for a YouTube scripting course? You can write scripts in cafes in public. It's not a bad idea. Actually, I'll give that a shot. No audio issues. Perfect. Okay. Hey, we're to the bottom. Okay, I'm going to hit the button. You ready for me to hit the button? I can't wait to hit the button. Let's hit the button. Oh my God, if this doesn't turn on. Okay. I hit the button. Does anything happen with DDR5 RAM? Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to peel the back panel. Damn it. Oh, No, everything's on. Hit it harder. Yeah, the power supply's on. No. The pins. Just check to see, make sure I got the pins right. That's a good idea. I should probably turn this off before I do that. I don't want to use the screwdriver method. I know there's going to be somebody that's like, just use a screwdriver. I'd rather not have to use a screwdriver to start and get this all figured out right now. Ouch. Stupid camera. I guess I could put it to the stupid camera here, eh? So you guys could have watched whether or not it's going to actually do it. Power switch. Let's just confirm that I got it right. The power switch was lit up, so I'm thinking that's fine. 119, system power LED header. Power button. I should have worked the way that's set up. Okay, let's try it again. I like the two should be reversible as well with the power switch. So let's go try to hook that up once again. Oh, wrong one. God, having sausage fingers sucks sometimes. It's good for certain things. Wink, wink. Nope, wrong one again. Come on. How is that possible? How am I still off on that? Okay. Oh, come on, you were on there. The definition of madness is front panel connectors. No! Oh my God. My God. Get the cables out of the GPU way. Oh, nothing's lit up. Oh yeah, okay. I haven't turned this on yet. There we go. So I was wrong. The button has not lit up on the front. So there's supposed to be LED lights because we did hook those up. So I'm guessing there's something wrong with the pinout of the front panel connectors. Just so you guys can go to sleep. That did not work, eh? Oh, fuck, I took one of the... All right, let's go back, hit it harder. Did you turn on the power supply? Yes. Are the fans spinning? No. Does anyone know the Jeopardy beat in their head? Do, do, do. All right. Yeah, Jeopardy hasn't been the same without Alex. Amen to that. What is he trying to do? I was trying to connect the front panel connectors. Fix the power button cable. Trying. Reset the motherboard. Try again. I don't know how to reset the motherboard, but I'll look at it. I don't think there's a problem with the motherboard. Yeah, I wish this thing had a readout for any errors that was happening, but definitely not any errors at the moment. Nothing over there. Am I reading it upside down? LED plus and... Oh. Oh. 1 second. Oh. Damn it. Never mind. I don't want to hear about it. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm doing front panel connectors in case anyone's wondering why I'm about to swear. And holy shit. I never peel the cables back. So by peeling, because the cables are all stuck together, right? And because I plugged in the fan right here, which I'm going to take out, I couldn't get my hands on it. One. Front panel headers suck. Anybody else want to play the Jeopardy theme? Oh my God. That took far too long for that to happen. Far too fucking long. No, I had that right the first time. So the other ones are HDD. All right, that doesn't matter. But the power supply... Power switch is power button and ground. Those are going to go together. Okay. The worst part about building a frickin' PC is right here. This is where you can just fast forward a video when it's not live, eh? Okay, I got it. Pretty sure I got it. Gonna have to double check that I got it. I got it. Oh my God. Yeah, there's power to it. Red light on the motherboard. There's a red light on the fan. There is no red light on the motherboard. There's a red light on the GPU. There is lights on the actual like heat spreader. There's no light on the motherboard. The light you're seeing is on the GPU. That's not on the actual fan. So, okay. So I'm going to go and dig in and see if I can see. I can't even pull that. So this is saying that my power... So this board is listed differently than... This board is listed differently than what's inside the manual. So it says power the first two. Nope. Power LED. Switch. Oh my God. Gotta love PC building all this work to realize we made a mistake. I don't know about we. Oh, fuck me. I had grief with the 5070 Ti when I built a new PC working now. Ask the dog to check the fuse box. Oh, it wouldn't be that bad. We We as in moral support. Fair, fair. Moral support, wrong channel for that. Yeah, you're probably right about that. Plug in the second cable to the motherboard, which resulted in the PC not starting up. I forgot to plug in the second cable to motherboard. No, I got all the motherboard stuff plugged into the PSU. That is all fine. Not an issue there. I'm a little confused about the pinouts for the... Here, guys, I tell you what, who wants to play this game? ROG Strix B650A gaming Wi-Fi, and you tell me what the pinout is for the power switch. Because what this says here is a little different than what's on the board. And 119. There you are. Is it time to DM LTT? I wish I had... I think he plugged 3 in. I plugged motherboard and the CPU. Lols. Sorry, my bad. Okay. System power LED. Okay, so that's the problem, is power button. Power button soft off button header. The 3 1-pin header allows you to connect the system power button. Press the power button to power up the system or put the system. The 3 1-pin header. 3 1-pin header. You don't say. That doesn't... No, that's not... The hell does that mean, 3 1-pin header? Because it's technically only one... There's 2 pins. The third pin's out. Just lay a screwdriver across it, see what happens, right? Always good to ask. I don't understand the power button layout of this. So PLEDs, the first 2. The bottom 2 from the left are HDD LED. Then top power button for power switch. First is power button, second is ground. I've got a dual power button, power switch. That means it's going on the third. No, that wouldn't be because, well, that's the ground for the reset. The power and the ground should be right beside each other. God help me if I just... Nope. I see y'all are out of ideas too. Okay. That's okay. Bloody hell. What am I missing? What am I missing? See, you should have watched Linus. Oh. I just found it. No, that's the other one. Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay. Saw a 4-pin sticking out. I was like, oh, my CPU 4-pin. No, it's the other 4-pin that was there. They're plugged into where I think they're supposed to be. The power button should be plugged in. That would suck if that was the case. Oh, there goes my mouse. Oh, that sucked. That sucked. I forget how to take the front off. I want to see the top panel. Make sure it's wired in. It's obviously wired in. It's underneath everything right here. Oh, it's screwed on. y'all want to go to bed, it's fine. I'm actually going to have to call it for dinner soon, which kind of pisses me off a little bit. So P power, power LED, power switch. 2 power LEDs, plus minus. Power switch, plus minus. The reset. That is supposed to do it. That is supposed to fire it. So that is where it's supposed to be. Meaning I probably have to pull this apart. Well, I'm going to try one thing. Oh, I guess you guys can't see. Just in case you're still watching for the fun, for the smoke. Because the back of the motherboard is lit up. So, no. Oh, wow. 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 Turn fucking PSU on, man. Oh, it still gets, that's cool. It still gets power through the thing. Press it again. Press what again? The on switch. Okay. There ain't nothing, brother. We have a week to take it apart for next Friday's live computer build stream. No, it's the live computer teardown stream. Oh, you only have 20 connections, do you? Well, that would suck. Also got to get these things away from the GPU fans. That's going to be a problem. Okay. So, where does that leave us? Frustrated is where it leaves us. Frustrated is where it leaves us, very much so. Is there any chance that the power button isn't hooked up here? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever seen that. I do not think I've ever seen that. All right, guys. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it here, just on frustration alone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bang my head off a wall a few times, 3 or 4. I know. Shouldn't throw your hands in here while your computer's on. I should not do that. That is bad. I really wish this board had more lights other than just on the cooling. Bloody hell. I got to pull out the power supply, make sure everything's good. So I'm going to play with that over the next little bit. I do have to feed my kid and I have to feed myself. I appreciate everybody coming out. I'm sorry there wasn't more here for you to gawk at. But yeah. If I get this completely done, I will definitely update you guys, either Discord or YouTube. I'll write something out. I got to figure out what those fucking front panel headers are, and I'm on 99.99999% sure I've got them in the right one. So yeah. He says, and then he continues to go out the power LEDs. But this is going to annoy me if they don't get plugged in, so. Stay a while and listen. Hey, those went on a lot easier than the last time I tried to do that. I'm getting better at this. So the power LEDs now should be working. That's part of the problem that I'm having with this right now, is the power LEDs right now should be working. And I don't see any power LEDs. Which is making me think maybe there's something unplugged up here. I've both power LED things plugged in the right spots, as they've been told to be plugged into, and I'm getting nothing on the top. So I guess before I go eat dinner, let's take a look-see. Bring you back here so you can watch me fumble through. Size screw that's pretty small. There's my screwdriver. I can use you. There you are. Yeah. Is this why people buy Apple? Fuck yeah. Is there a button on the board to turn it on? No. You can just jump the things, but nothing, like the LEDs aren't working either. You can actually see the LEDs are hooked up. This is really bright here. But there's no LED on that button, which makes me think something's wrong with the case, which is kind of silly to think. But I also did put a screwdriver down there and jump the two. So, also, all right, that didn't go as well as I thought it was going to. That's just for this. I know this thing comes off. Oh. Come on, front panel. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to call this and think on this. And hey, maybe I'll do like a members video of me putting this all together and getting it done and figured out. This is my first time I haven't hit post on a computer build, guys. Like, we're going back to the 90s for not hitting a post, which is disappoint, to say the least. All right, guys. I love you. I appreciate everyone. You might have faulty parts or a dodgy connection. There is always possible. Gotta go. Cheers, guys. So go have yourself a good night's sleep, and I'll update you as soon as I know. Cheers, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.